Hey, what a countdown. Morning.
They didn't hear the countdown.
Oh, I guess that's true. It was a countdown for us, but it was
pretty
right on time.
Yeah.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
How's everybody doing today? I want to make sure you can see our awesome t-shirts.
Yes.
These are from Terry.
Yes.
So thank you to Terry. Shout out to him. You guys may recognize the artwork.
Gundam Yatham, for anyone that doesn't know who Terry is.
Yes. Those are sticker artwork.
Yeah.
So I got the Ariel one here with Ariel and Soletta.
I got the wing.
Uh-huh.
With the angel wings.
And the shit like that.
And the swans.
Yeah. So really cool. Anyway, what's going on? It's Friday.
It is. Hopefully.
Everybody, yeah.
It's a big Friday.
A big Friday?
Yeah, we might get 3 different shipments today. Some third-party kits. Oh, excuse me.
Not exactly sure exactly which
what
ones.
Yeah, we just know there's a bunch of boxes.
Until they come.
Bandai, maybe. Oh, and a big Kotobukiya shipment.
Oh.
That might come here too.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
A lot of stuff. If and when that stuff arrives today, where should people go to find out about it?
Our social media.
Yeah. There's going to be the blog Restock post.
Yeah, there'll be the Restock post. We'll send out an email.
The Bandai stuff, yeah.
With the lists of everything that came in. So, yeah. And if you haven't yet, check out the new site, the new layout. Let us know what you guys think. If you hate it, like it, miss the old one.
If you notice anything
bugs,
acting strange,
let us know. I got an email or a message the other day. Someone was like, "I miss your old site."
What was the old site?
It was like yellow and yeah, he had a screenshot they sent me. So yeah,
they missed that. Well, yeah, I don't know. It's always going to be changing. Yeah. It's just the latest version.
Pretty much 3.0.
Yeah. So yeah, let us know if you notice anything in particular that you like or don't like, or anything that you would like.
Yeah,
that's not there. Suggestions, stuff like that, of course. But I think probably the suggestion people are going to have is they want some sort of private warehouse option.
Yeah,
that's usually that's usually what people want. But yeah, for the time being, still not able to do that.
No.
Anything as far as what's coming on the Bandai shipment or Kotobukiya shipment?
Bandai, a lot of Witcher Mercury restocks. Some of the pre-orders. I think we have the 100 aerials, so we'll fill some of the pre-orders with that. The Master Grade EX Strike Freedom. I don't know if that's on this one, but that might be here Monday. So if you pre-ordered that, those will be shipping out Monday. Most of them. We got another shipment of that then the week after, which then covers everything that was pre-ordered for the second batch. What else?
We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. A lot of restock stuff, some new stuff, New Witch Mercury. I know it's coming.
All that good stuff. Yeah. We've got this here for today. I'm holding on to our giveaway for today, Stormbringer.
Yes,
I like that they did for this series, like the funky titling for it. But I also don't like the fact that you can't really see the mobile itself on the artwork for these. So it's like this, the Keyblade Damned. What's the other one? The
HGUC.
Yeah. What is it?
Did the HGUC have wording like that?
Yeah, where it doesn't have it
Yeah.
doesn't have an image of the mobile suit on it. What is it? Something Shiki.
The Dominance.
Jim Dominance was another one, yeah. Anyway, the Stormbringer FA.
Yeah.
The version of this one. But anyway, really cool kit though. It's really, really nice. Master grade kit. So if you guys are missing master grades, as many people are, it seems it's a good opportunity to pick one up.
Yeah.
All right, so Mercenary. So what sucks about that kit is that they don't give you the option to make it the Gym Dominance and Stormbringer out of the same box. Yeah, Hyakushiki Crash, that's the other one. Yeah. I guess, it would have been nice if they would have given you the option to make it either as a Gym Dominance, but then they have to sell that separately, right?
You couldn't buy both.
The EX Impulse box art is quite decent. Yeah, that's another really cool one. Morning, Chris. And morning, everybody.
Yeah.
I see a lot of familiar names in there in the chat at the moment. But other than that, anything else new kind of going on here? Not really too much. We had a good 4th.
Yeah, good 4th of July.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Everyone had off, which was nice.
Mm-hmm.
No,
did we last year?
No, maybe.
Because I was expecting that it was going to be a work day. That's why I asked you.
I don't know if we did or didn't. I think that's one holiday that we go back and forth, maybe.
This year was off.
Yeah.
I had a mini block party there at home. It was fun, kind of with a handful of neighbors. And all kind of got together.
We don't do that anymore, really. That's a rarity.
I'm bringing it back.
Did you set it up?
Yeah.
You set up the block party?
Yeah. It was in my driveway.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Didn't even get an invite.
Proactive.
No, I'm playing. He invited me.
So, yeah. No, and so, yeah, there was maybe about like 20 people.
Did you guys do fireworks?
Yeah, we did. And our neighbor across the street also had some. And another neighbor down the street also came and lit his off kind of
right
there as well, because he saw we were doing them there. So he came down. So yeah, like nothing like huge, but some like pretty decent ones. Yeah, I'll show you some pictures. It was fun time. And my neighbor told me, she's like, now that you did that this year, you're gonna have to keep doing it every year. I was like, okay. It was very warm.
Yeah.
It was real hot.
Very hot day.
And especially standing there grilling.
Yeah.
It was warm. But, just kind of had to deal with it. I was not feeling that well. So I actually didn't have very much to drink. I just kind of chilled out, played host.
That's the worst.
But
when you have to host and not feel
it's
good.
all right. Yeah. Anyway, let's get on with some. Let me put this down. Yeah, questions. We have a good amount of questions here.
I saw some good ones come through too.
Yeah, and some interesting ones here. So let's check out the YouTube community tab here. First, which content themes would you guys like to rerun? Contest. Which contest themes would you guys like to rerun in the future? I was just talking to you about this.
Yeah,
one in particular one, the Notchin one.
Yep. Okay. I don't know if we want to mention that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, it's just an idea that I would like to rerun in the future. Right. Yeah, not giving anything away. But we did the Notchin contest back before Kotobukiya had their version. Yeah. It was only the little Choipla ones. So now that there's the Kotobukiya multiple versions that they have out, and then another new one coming out as well, I would like to do that again.
That'd be cool.
In the larger scale. Any other contests you would like to redo?
Always like the art contests. Those are cool. You used to have some t-shirt ones. You haven't had them in a while.
Yeah. Or just like photography.
Yeah.
Contests in general. Just it's always cool to see what people come up with for those.
Yeah.
And that's nice for people who maybe don't have maybe don't have as much technical building and painting skills and stuff like that, but just enjoy photography. It gives those people a chance to hop in the contest in that kind of way. Let's see. Thinking a lot about Gundam Build Divers, the Gundam Breaker games, and Bandai's plans for the Gundam Metaverse. Do you guys think we'll see any kind of Gundam MMO anytime soon? What kits customs would you run as your primary primary mobile suits? Think we'll see a Gundam MMO anytime soon?
MMO? No.
Yeah, probably not.
No,
I wouldn't think so.
Massive online. What is MMO?
Yeah,
massive multiplayer online game. MMO.
I don't know much about MMOs.
Do you play World of Warcraft?
No. So I don't know how they're generally monetized. I think that's the thing. Bandai has to be able to monetize it, right?
Yeah. So you pay. Usually, you pay every month for like to be able to play and log in. So this is a monthly payment, and then I'm sure new ones now, because I haven't played any in a long time, have like packages that you can get every month that you can pay for. Yeah. Was it DLC stuff? That
kind of thing. Yeah. I guess I get it. I don't know if it's really in Bandai's wheelhouse. If it's something that they would really kind of want to do.
Yeah.
It looked like they were kind of wanting to do that with like the metaverse kind of online and like a VR kind of thing. And I don't think that's really going anywhere.
Yeah, I don't think that's really taken off.
So, Mercenary said it's all pay to win. It's either subscription based or microtransaction based. Yeah, neither of which are particularly popular that people really like. It's more kind of like if it's a if the content is something that they really like, they're kind of they're more inclined to pay for stuff like that. But I don't know how. I mean, maybe they could come up with something, but it doesn't seem likely. I think you guys had some really great entries in the last contest. Any chance in the future you would make stickers of the contest winners? It's an interesting idea.
That is, yeah. Very cool.
We'll consider that.
Yeah.
Would be an interesting idea. When displaying all your kits, do you prefer to go with the dynamic pose, or do you set them all into a Ver.Ka pose?
Dynamic.
Yeah, Ver.Ka for me. So, I knew your answer. We've had that question before. Do you guys feel bored of the hobby, and how do you guys deal with it? Or do you ever feel bored of the hobby?
I don't know if I ever feel bored. I just don't ever have time to do as much as I want to do.
Yeah.
So that probably helps me from getting burnt out. But I mean, there's been times where I've been working on a kit. I'm like, okay, I just need to do something else. But I'll go back like the next day and work on it some more. So
yeah. Yeah, and no, not really. Just because I feel like if you only build HG Gundam kits, you're probably more likely to maybe get bored of building that. But building a lot of different kind of kits definitely keeps it interesting, I feel like.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the mecha designs in Witch from Mercury? I'm personally not a fan and miss the thick, bulky, and sometimes insect-like Xeon mech designs.
I mean, I like them. I think they're pretty cool. But I'm not a Xeon fan.
You're not a fan of the kind of thing that he's looking for.
Right.
Yeah, the Witch of Mercury designs, I mean, what's been the case like with a lot of them is when I first see the design, I'm kind of like, but then the more I see it, I'm kind of more interested in it. So yeah, I think they're very different, which kind of is what makes you like look at it at first and you kind of don't really know how you feel about it. I don't know, although I see a lot of people online commenting how much they like love some of the designs like straight away.
Yeah.
So I mean that's just me, but no, they definitely grow on you quite a bit, and building the kits also makes the designs grow on you quite a bit. There's been a number of them where I wasn't sure I really liked the design all that much until I built the kit, and the kit was a lot of fun. Yeah. The Delanza for one was one I was not really that into the design, but it's a fun kit. So which anime line do you guys want Bandai to tackle next? It's a pretty common question.
Yeah, and I feel like I always forget my answers.
We never really have a good answer because I feel like we're not really just. You're more into more anime. You know more anime than I do, but even still,
a lot of my anime is like fantasy based that I like, so it's not
mecha stuff,
right? Which I don't really like when they like the Naruto kits and stuff like that. I don't really like, but I mean, I don't know. It'd be cool if they did more like war mecha, like what do you call them, battle mechs or whatever. That'd be cool. So I don't know if there's. I mean, I'm sure there's animes that have that, but
yeah, I'm sure there is. But I'm not sure if I've ever seen anything. But yeah,
Ghost in the Shell would be cool if they made some Tachikomas. I know Kotobukiya has made.
Yeah, I was gonna say there are model kits of those. Yeah, but if Bandai were to, sort of similar to like their Sakura Wars kits they did. Yeah, that would be cool.
Because then they branch into mobile games now too with this. They're not released yet. No, they're not released yet. The 2 or 3 kits. Oh yeah, like a Chinese mobile game.
Yeah, what's that?
Can't remember now.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on it too. It's like right there on the tip of my tongue. Yeah. The ones that are coming out. Yeah, those. I've always wanted a kit. Speaking of Ghost in the Shell, of that tank at the end.
The spider tank.
Yeah. That's really super cool. Always wanted a kit of that. There's a resin kit of that
that
I've seen. Yeah, but I've never seen any plastic model. Razifon's another one I always bring up just because it's one of the very few animes that I know that has kind of large mecha, but it's kind of similar to like Evangelion, where mecha's kind of in quotations there. But I think it would be cool to get some more model kits like from that series. It could be kind of interesting. What are What are good ideas for your completed kits other than just filling a room with huge display cases? Any other way to kind of display them or do stuff with your finished kits?
A lot of mine are displayed either in here, which they're falling apart, or yeah. But I have some that are in boxes.
I don't know. Yeah, it's a good question. What other way you could possibly display them? I mean, I don't know.
I've seen people do things like where it's like they fixed up or like 3D printed like a wall action base and hung them on the walls. I've seen that.
Yeah, basically you can just take a Bandai action base and just screw it to the wall essentially. Have them wall mounted,
right?
Like instead of actually in a display case. Think about anything that's not like in an enclosed space is just going to get dusty though. It's no problem. And so in order to not get them all super dusty, I mean, I don't know what your other option would be.
Especially if you painted them and stuff, you don't want
them. And I've seen people do like an actual like art gallery show of Gunpla, but I think I've only ever seen maybe a couple people, and definitely not in America, overseas have that. Like I think I've seen like one guy in Korea did Sorry Kim, and I think somebody, well, I'm sure multiple people in Japan have had that, but that would be only kind of like a temporary thing where you have an art gallery show. It'd be for like a month or something. Which would be cool. But what other model kits would you like to see a version 2.0 being made for?
I think we've talked about this before. All the Stardust memory kits would be cool.
But let's say non-Gundam stuff.
Non-Gundam stuff. Is that what his question was, or was it just?
It's open to interpretation.
Yeah,
I think
non-Gundam.
Yeah.
Code Geass kits.
Huh?
Code Geass. Code
okay.
Geass, however you want.
Sure. Yeah.
Those would be
very
cool.
sticker heavy. The Bandai ones.
Yep. Yeah. So they could. I mean, they haven't. Those are old kits, so if they did 2.0s of those, that'd be pretty neat.
Maybe even like a larger scale, so they could improve the color separation of them a little bit, maybe, or something. It would be nice.
Yeah.
For me, maybe some of Kotobukiya's really early Mecha Musume kits from, what are they? I think it's Fantasy Star Online. Some of like their first Mecha Musume type kits were like the really early Fantasy Star Online ones. It'd be cool to see those redone now that they're so much better at making that kind of kit now. Kotobukiya, because there's some cool designs there from that series. Let's see. When it comes to Gundam stories, do you prefer more grounded stories or full-on new types space magic?
I think it depends on the story. Because like MS 8th Team.
Yeah.
But I also like Seed.
Right. You also like Seed. So
yeah,
I'm the same. I think, either can be good. Probably I like something that's at least like kind of somewhat grounded, I guess. But I mean, yeah, even in that type of stuff. Like I really love Gundam Unicorn, for example, and there's a lot of kind of magic-y kind of stuff in that too, even though I do like the really realistic aspects of it too.
It's just new technology, that's all. They're going back in time. Through time, right?
Yeah,
they go through time.
The ending especially, yeah. What's your guilty pleasure kit line or type of hobby? Like the one thing that has a soft spot for you and you always go back to or go to when you just need a break from everything? I don't know.
Like non-Gundam? Like drone flying. Drone flying is fun.
Pass. I don't know. I don't really have anything that I can think of for that one. I mean, because any type of kit, I build all sorts of kits.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say there's one like a guilty pleasure. That it just makes me think of like something that I would want to build, but like not want to show on YouTube.
Even if it's not like there's something you go back to doing that's not even building kits.
Nope.
Genshin.
Yeah. Yes. It's also not really a guilty pleasure, I guess, but I mean, just sort of like it's the only kind of like
it was a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, just kind of like just for fun
Yeah.
Where it's like, I don't want to say like wasting time, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Yeah, sure. I guess any kind of little sliver of time I have here and there for just that kind of thing. Yeah. It's just Genshin Impact basically
You should play
on
some
my phone.
Arc Knights.
I don't have any time. I don't even have time to play the new Hoyoverse game that they came out with. Yeah. Do you guys enjoy some glizzies and gators for the 4th of July? Did have
Is Gator like code name for something? Because Glizzy's obviously a hot dog.
I did have a hot dog.
I did not.
Really?
No.
I think I had a hot dog and 2 hamburgers even.
I have. I went to Disney, which is really cool because I've never been on 4th of July. And they had flyovers from like the Blue Angels and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. But I'm trying to think when I got home, if I probably was full.
Yeah.
Caramel apple, maybe.
That's what you had at Disney?
No, I had that when I got home.
At
Disney, we had
pizza pie?
No, like mac and cheese and Cajun pasta and ice cream and Dole Whip.
Dole Whip?
Yeah, pineapple soft serve.
Okay.
On top of a pineapple upside down cake.
All right.
And it was great.
Sounds good. Yeah. With Dole Whip, I imagined like pineapple flavor, like whipped cream, and on what, or I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure they make that though. Probably. Yeah. I think gators might be literal people. Yeah, I think he's just saying gators.
I mean, there's a gator
we're in Florida. I didn't see any.
No, I see one almost every day right now.
Yeah,
he lives in my pond.
No, I haven't seen one for a while. Out of the countless kits that you both had built, what kits would you say are either overrated, as in they're built up to be amazing builds, but really aren't as good as people say, or kits that you think should be reprinted more to let others who enjoyed, others who missed out on them to experience it? I would say the O for the later part of that question.
Yeah,
the MG to O.
The full armor RX-78 too. It hasn't had a reprint forever.
Like that gets reprinted like every few years, but in like such a small amount, it's just immediately gone.
I think it hasn't been reprinted in.
Has it? Not?
At least 8 years.
Really?
We have it here in the U.S. Have not had it in like 8 years. That's for sure.
Yeah, maybe that's just the U.S. because I feel like it was like I'd seen it reprinted.
Well, just like
relatively recently in Korea. At least
the Hyper Mode, God Gundam, and Master Gundam. They're at Gundam bases right now.
Plated ones.
Yeah, you can get them at Gundam base, but you can't get them anywhere else. So, maybe not.
Could just be regional. But as for other ones that are overrated, I don't know. A little bit of that, I think, like with the HG Moon Gundam, amazing kit, no doubt. I don't know if it's like the best Gundam model ever made.
Is that what people say?
I've heard that. I just kind of get that sense from some people. But really, really great kit, no doubt.
No.
Anything else that comes to mind for you?
No.
No? It's all good?
It's all the best.
What's U2's favorite scale to model in?
100.
Yeah, probably 1/44th scale. 120 is also fun though too. Which from Mercury mobile suit would you like to see in a 1/100 scale kit?
The what should we call it? The one that we finally just got the high grade. Calibarn, is that what it is?
Yeah, the high grade's coming out, you mean?
Yeah, that'd be cool to see 100.
Yeah. And for how hyped people are about the high grade, I'm sure the 100 scale would also do well.
Yeah, we sold out of that in a day.
Yeah. Whether that would be a full mechanics scale or a master grade, I mean,
yeah,
people would jump on that for sure.
Master would be cool, but either one would be fine.
Other than that, Lefrith, I mean, I still really like that one. Now we've got so many kits since then. I still really like the design of the Lefrith for sure. What's your guys' most anticipated real grade, Gundam or not?
Most anticipated, like one that I was really excited for that they announced?
No, I think it just means like one that you would like to see.
Oh, Snodger Stein.
For me, Kshatriya, no.
No, that'd be cool.
I like the HG Kshatriya is great, and unless they were to make like an RE100, I'm happy with the HG of that. Other thing in real grade, Master Gundam would be cool to go with the God cool. Gundam. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Master Gundam. Do you think P-Bandai should be for just recolors of existing suits and very obscure mobile suits? I mean, yeah. But generally, yes. That's kind of how it started out.
Yeah. It's now branched into other things.
Yeah. Now there's suits coming out as P-Bandai, which you would think are not just recolors or very obscure. Yeah, like the Rose Gundam, for example.
Yep,
it's an easy one. What's your guys' favorite Witch from Mercury kit so far? Like I said, the Lefrith, the Darabalde, probably the other one for me still that I really like. Not having built them, but just design-wise.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Design-wise, I really like the Calibarn design-wise, but I really like the Lefrith.
Yeah. Any idea when they'll reprint the 86 kits?
No, and they're not going to reprint them all the way through December.
Yeah.
So I know
not
that.
Anytime this year, at least.
Yep. So maybe next year.
What was the best fireworks show you had experienced?
Yeah, this guy always puts in these weird, crazy questions.
Yeah.
I just don't.
What's the name?
Chris Pabs.
Maybe it's like a foreign name.
Yeah, something. I don't know. So
best fireworks show.
Best fireworks show was actually at the race used to be here because they had the Daytona 500 and it was the Pepsi 400 used to be called, and it was during 4th of July weekend, and they would have probably the biggest fireworks show in Florida, I guess. But they handed us out these little M&M glasses that turn the fireworks into M&Ms. Have you seen those? Where like turned into stars and stuff. That turn it into little M&M
like
people.
3D glasses, but
yeah. So every little light, so you could look at a light and it look like an M&M guy, or you look at it and it look like a snowflake.
Right.
A lot of like Christmas like light tours give you those for like snowflakes and stuff. Okay. But yeah, it made them into M&M people. And I remember being like 12, and I was like, "This is the coolest shit ever."
Oh. Yeah. Wow. No, I've never had that kind of glasses before. I can imagine, exactly what that's like. For me, probably New Year's Eve in Hong Kong was really cool. That was nice. Where the fireworks show was amazing, the parade was awful.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the parade was terrible. It was like 2, maybe almost even 3 hours. It was really, really long anyway. And it was like one thing would come, which was kind of like fine, and then there'd be like nothing for like 10 minutes in between, and then like the next thing would come. It was just super long and boring. It was not good. Other fireworks show was really nice in Busan in Korea. Every year they do a big fireworks show there for New Year's, I guess it would be, or maybe I think it's New Year's. Anyway, big fireworks show. There's like it's like a bay, and there's like a bridge that crosses the bay, and they light the fireworks off the bridge. So everybody's all there at the beach.
Okay.
It's super packed. It's terrible because there's so many people there. But if you go early and like get a good spot, everybody goes and like stays there all day so that they can have like their spot on the beach. And so people will have like their mats, and they'll be sat there with like food and drinks all day long just so they can have their spot for the fireworks show later at night, because so many people come. It's crazy.
It takes you 4 hours to get home.
Yeah, the subways are packed. Like they have loads of police there just to like guide people onto the subway there because it's so packed. It's crazy. But I went. This was probably I've been like twice, I think, and the first time I went was kind of fairly early on when it wasn't as bad. But I haven't been in more recent years just because I know it's just terrible. But if you're ever in Korea around New Year's time, which I think is when it was, if I remember correctly, definitely check out that in Busan. It's very, very cool. All right. Do you guys think we will ever get new G Gundam kits of the other mobile suits? I mean, the main ones are probably all going to be P-Bandai after the Rose, the Bolt Gundam, Maxter, and Dragon Gundam. Unfortunately, yeah. Other than that, probably not. I mean, like any of the other ones would be like any of the enemy mobile suits or something.
Yeah.
Enemy Gundams, Probably not. Which Xeon MG is your favorite, and which one would you recommend to most builders?
Zaku.
Which one?
I like the Mine Layer one actually, but
so the MG Zaku 2.
Yeah,
Mine Layer.
Zaku 2 Mine Layer is pretty cool, but I mean you can get any master grade Zaku 2s.
Any 2.0.
2.0.
Yeah, you mean?
Yeah, not the
Pretty much any of the
Zaku 2 2.0.
Not only the Zaku 2, but I was just gonna say any of the 2.0 MG Xeon kits. Yeah. The Gyan. I've not built that, but I can imagine it, just based on building other 2.0 kits, how good it is. The Goof would be another one as well. But yeah, either the Zaku 2 or the Gelgoog are both really, really good for sure. What would you want to see in an MG RX-78 if and when Bandai decides to make a 4.0? Oof. Jeez. Any idea?
I'm trying to think. More hatches, I guess. I don't know.
More hatches?
More hatches.
Basically like making what they did with the PG Unleashed in like a 1/100 scale, essentially. I mean,
Master Grade EX RX-78.
Yeah.
The extreme hatches.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, it could be interesting.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I mean, like, I don't know, if they tried to do even more hatches than they did with the PG Unleashed and in that smaller scale, it'd be like so delicate. Like you see those videos of like those builders who like make custom opening hatches on like 1/44 scale kits, and in the videos they're using like tweezers to open it. Yeah, that's basically like what you would have to do, I feel like. All right, here's a good one here. What do you think of the nippers with the removable blades? That was kind of
we were talking about that yesterday,
last couple days.
So they tried to come out with this a few years ago.
That same company?
Not that same company, another company.
It's Plamo Koja, I think is the name.
I think so, yeah. And it had a lot of problems. So I was talking to June about it. With the blade has to go on just right. Literally the stuff that like we were talking about has to go on just right, because if it's not on right, you can either snap the blade when you are nip in, or it won't clip properly. So if they've made it to where that blade is easily to put on and put on correctly every time, to where it's perfectly lined up every time, then it'd be great. Sure. After you can replace it, no problem. If you can't do that every time, it's probably not going to be a crappy thing, because that's just my opinion.
We'll see. And the fact that it uses like the blade, it's like a what do you call it? It's not proprietary shape of the blade. Anytime whenever you needed new blades, you have to order that specific blade, and are they always going to be available? That's a really, really small company, so those blades are probably not going to be very easily available, like often. I don't know, hopefully, but
how often do you need to change a blade, though?
I mean, depending on how much you use it, and depending on the quality of the blade
quality
itself.
Of the material,
my experience with other products from that company is that they're pretty good. I mean, definitely what that company does, if you look at like some of their products, is they like try to find like very niche
and reinvent the wheel.
Yeah, things, not necessarily reinventing the wheel, but like they look for, rather than like just making another tweezer when there's like all the other companies make tweezers, they'll, make really, really niche tools and stuff. Yeah. That nobody's ever made before, kind of stuff, which is, some are more useful than others, but it'll be interesting anyway. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know how machining that works too, because I know when you machine, like for example, our nippers, the way they're machined, you have the machine's able to hold on to something that because it's part of the handle. It's a bigger thing. So I'm just thinking machining those little blades, but they machine X-Acto blades, so it's not a big deal.
That's what I'm assuming it is basically just an X-Acto blade, or like the blades that we have for our knife, but they're just cut. The base is cut a different way, so that it's kind of like U-shaped, so that it fits over the screw, and you just tighten down the screw to lock it in. That's what it looks like. But all right, let's see. We haven't got an announcement of a retail HGUC for this year. What would you like to see as an HGUC kit? Big Zam.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Hmm.
There's so many to choose from, I feel like. But Big Zam is definitely one. I wish that they would revive the HG Mechanics line, make some more of the like 550 scale mobile armors.
Yeah, that's the one that has like the ships and stuff, right? EX.
No,
Is
no.
that-
HG Mechanics.
Oh,
There's only
HG.
like 3. There's like the Valwalo.
We've talked about this
the
before,
Dendrobium,
and I think I said this exact same thing.
and
Those,
Newsiel.
yeah, those are small. Because then they have the EX.
That's
that's for
other
ships.
ships, yeah.
Which they have not.
Mm-hmm.
Did they even do any for 00?
I think there is. Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, but I
They
think nothing
definitely
after
haven't
that.
done that.
Yeah.
Because I've seen the seed ones. I don't think I've seen any 00 ones.
It could be that I'm thinking of the seed ones. Yeah, but
because I know there was a 00, whatever that ship was called, the sort of the P, didn't it?
that Mega House came out with
Was it Mega House?
just fairly recently, a couple years ago.
This was like probably around when 00 came out. It was actually the whole ship.
Then that might be
Because
in
the
EX
Mega
line.
House,
the Ptolemos, something
yeah,
like that. Yeah.
The Mega House came out with just the hatch, right? Like the daughter.
Yeah,
of
like just the
bay.
container.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. There's loads of. I would love to see. Okay, aside from that, the Saikomu Zaku that you see very briefly in Thunderbolt. Otherwise, there's an old like 144
Is that
scale.
the one that has the thrusters?
Yeah, for the legs, it's like white.
Yeah.
So got the arms of the Zeong and like a Zaku head on it, basically. Yeah. Really cool design. But would like to see like a proper HGC of that. Would be cool.
Yeah.
All right. What's your favorite scribing set? This is also kind of interesting because we were just talking about something along these lines the other day.
Would be BMC, which BMC did announce that they're
coming back.
Might be coming. Well, we'll see.
We'll
see. Not the same BMC chisels that we had before.
They're back with some new products.
Yes.
That tweet was really interesting. Did you read the translation of the tweet?
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
Chris actually was the first one that sent it to me, and then I sent it to you. Had something like where it said it was like a limited run and the production quality they didn't want to.
They kind of
said mass produced.
They were talking about the product as if it's like a mobile suit kind of production, kind of it seemed like.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Not like a hobby tool.
Right.
So it was kind of funny. But yeah, if you guys didn't know, BMC basically stopped making products during the pandemic.
Yeah.
I guess they couldn't get the material basically, and whatever other reasons. So they shut down, and so that's why if you were looking for those products and having trouble finding them in the last couple of years, that's why they weren't making any.
Suji Bori, right?
Suji Burrito.
And
Burrito. Suji Burrito. And so they put out a tweet that I guess they're coming out with some new products, hopefully. So there's like an image, and basically what it looks like is just where it's just the blade tip built into a handle, so you get kind of the whole thing all in one rather than having to buy them separately, which is
if you clicked on it, they were selling them on their site, and one was already sold out. So I don't know.
Other than that, I mean, there's other options available.
Yeah, there's tons of options out there now, which is actually what me and Chris were talking about. Is there's way more options than there were, pre-COVID.
They have a lot more competition.
Even like before COVID, you had Display, you've got all sorts of people now.
And like I don't know, 5-6 years ago, like BMC chisels were like the chisels that everybody used because there wasn't a whole lot out there,
and they're super expensive.
So you get people when you go to Japan, you buy them there, but like even in the stores in Japan, they limit you how many you can buy. Yeah, you can't just like go and just buy them all out.
Go ham.
Yeah, nope. All right, how well do new product kits with no image or info sell before the final product? So like the Caliban, for example.
Not good at all.
Before it was announced that it was the Caliban, when it was just like new product
right
B, whatever.
I mean, we sold a decent amount because people started guessing, especially when like the episode where it was shown. Then people kind of figured out what it was. I generally don't like when that's done because then we
Yeah.
don't know what to order.
Yeah.
I get why Bandai has to put that there, but they're not going to get an accurate number of how much. I would have ordered way more than what I ordered if I knew what it was. But I get why Bandai has to put that there.
Yeah.
It just, it's not the first time they've done that with plenty of different things.
For the past few years, they've kind of been using that.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it started too. So the Perfect Grade 7 sword. That was the first time that I ever had to order something that I didn't know what it was. But I knew it was a perfect grade, but didn't know what it was. So then you're like, oh, okay, it could be a really good one, or it could be the 7 sword.
You have to imagine that whatever it is, perfect grade is going to be popular,
right.
Just because of the fact that it's a perfect grade. But yeah, still.
Yeah, they're sat here forever though.
Do you guys know a place to get custom water slide decals done?
Not anymore.
I don't.
No,
not off the top of my head.
I'm sure there's people out there. I'm sure you probably find someone on Etsy. Honestly, I'd be surprised because especially if you want white printed, you've got to have a pretty expensive printer that we do for the shirts. Because that white ink is that white ink's money.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
So if you don't want white, but they have like decal paper that's white, and you just
even for like other decals that's different colors. If you want like bright colors, they usually print white first, and they print the other color on top of that.
Yeah, they do.
So that would be expensive too.
Yeah.
What's your favorite non-Gundam model kit, or just like non-Gundam model kit series, or anything in particular?
I like the Notchins. Those are pretty cool. Zoid. So I'm going down Kotobukiya, Mecha Girl.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. So I think Bandai wise, that's I did like the 86.
The Full Metal Panic kits were also really cool.
Yeah, those are really cool too.
It's like barely not Gundam though. With those,
right?
It's technically not Gundam, but very, very similar kits. I mean, they're awesome though.
Pacific Rim kits are pretty neat.
Yeah. Speaking of like very limited. Run on those, even more so than 86.
Yeah.
Let's see. How long will it be before someone makes a Calibarn with RGB lights? Probably a matter of days before you start seeing that on. I'm sure there's probably people that are already getting the LEDs like wired up and they're already planning it. Yeah, I'm sure you'll see that straight away on Twitter. Who's the better modeler, you or Zach?
Me.
Yeah. I mean, you can just, I would show you guys downstairs the display, the details of Adam's models down there. Yeah. But I don't want to make myself look bad. Would you prefer to have a new PG or a new MG this year?
New MG.
Yeah, same for me. It's a pretty easy one. And depending on what the PG is, I guess. Like if it was like a PG Shinanju, I'd be all for that. Yeah. So maybe depends on what it is, but generally I would say MG. What's y'all's favorite Sazabi kit, the MG or RG? Oh, that's a good one.
I like the MG.
I prefer the RG actually.
But I like building MGs. So.
RG is not my preferred line, but for that particular kit, the RG Sazabi is awesome. I love that.
Netflix came out with a video of the new Gundam series.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Did you see the designs?
No.
Of the Gundam and the Zaku from the new Netflix series?
I did not.
I have an image here.
How did I miss this?
Yeah, I don't know how you did. That was all buzzing here. I have the image here on my phone. I can show you. Just a moment, please. Here you go. That's the Gundam and the Zaku design. So I think it's only like 6 episodes, and they're doing it all with like the Unreal Engine.
So it's not even live action?
No, it's not live action. It's just like 3D rendered.
Didn't when it was first announced it was going to be a live action
game? That was something different. So this is not that.
This is all the same thing.
No, it's not that. This is different.
This is not the Netflix. This is not the movie.
No, this is. I don't know. I don't even know if I don't remember if this is even something that's going to be on Netflix. But this is separate from that movie that was apparently being done. This is like a new, just kind of mini series.
Gundam live action Netflix movie.
Not that.
So what is
That's
this?
That's from April. You need to look for like something from like
Well, yeah,
3 days ago.
Okay.
Nope. Nope. It's what is it? Something of Destiny. Yeah.
Something of this.
Just
I don't know.
You haven't seen it. The video that they came out with was just like a really short video, and then I think there was 2 different videos. One was like with the director, because it's like a foreign director. I think he's French or something. But with the director talking about it, and then there was another kind of like teaser video where it just shows like the Zaku kind of like in the launch bay. The Stick of Destiny? No, it's not that.
It's a bad joke.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I have my reservations about it, but
you guys got me excited thinking it was the Netflix live
No.
action.
Yeah.
Which I feel like
Requiem of Vengeance? That sounds right. Maybe that's right. I don't know why I was thinking
going downhill.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it's supposed to come out like what, 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
That movie, yeah. Yeah. Saw some water curtain spray booth on the web. Will you stock them?
No.
Not the particular brand one that you guys have seen. I don't know if it's some other like brand that we do carry comes out with them. I mean,
yeah, it'd have to be a different brand.
Possibly, but
I don't know how well those do. Do you?
Yeah, no, I've not tried one, so I can't really say about. I've seen kind of mixed reviews about them.
Yeah,
some people like it, and other people are just not really sold on it. I don't know. That's one of those things where it's like just regular spray booths, work well. That's what everybody uses because it works. It's like a new gimmick that might work, but it's kind of like reinventing the wheel, like you said.
Yeah,
regular air booth works
fine.
pretty well. Are you a fan of mega size? Why or why not?
Yeah, they're big.
The mega size unicorn we're getting some of
them, and the RX-78, which we sold all the RX-78s that we're getting. There's still some unicorns still left for pre-order that we're getting.
So for how infrequently those get reprinted too, if you want one, I would recommend picking one up. Yeah, I love the mega size kits.
Yeah, I think they're cool. They haven't made a new one since the unicorn, right? They didn't even make a Banshee, which I really thought they would have done that.
Right, yeah. I thought the mega size line was dead even before the unicorn was announced, and that was a big surprise that we were getting that.
Yeah, because the age ones were before that.
Yep, and it was like I don't know what the gap was, 5-6 years, something like that. But yeah, kind of surprising they haven't made at least a Banshee, or something, or any variant. Of the unicorn. But I'm a fan, and because the size is cool, just building something that big and like compared to a PG that's very parts heavy and it's just simple. So when you have something that big, the more parts you add into it, it's just going to be heavy and you can't really even do anything with it. So the kit might as well just be simple.
Chris said he was sent probably from the company that I don't care for. But he said it leaked everywhere.
Leaked constantly.
The 2.0 one's better.
But the experience soured me. Yeah.
That'd be a pain. Getting water everywhere.
Yeah. What UC mobile suit would you like to see made in the RG line? We kind of already talked about RG wish lists. Did you like the ending of Witch from Mercury?
I don't even know what happened.
Yeah, I don't know. Neither of us have been watching it. Sorry.
Who's a better cook?
Better cook? It's also probably Adam.
I don't know if I've ever had. Do you cook?
I don't. Since we moved to America, I actually very rarely cook. I cooked a lot more in Korea.
Did you?
Yeah.
I do a lot. I smoke. I got a Blackstone, so I've been using that a lot lately. I like to cook.
So you smoke that kush while you're cooking?
Smoke that meat.
Smoking some meats. You and Zuck.
Some schmeats.
I think we talked about this at some point before, and you didn't know what I was talking about.
You
didn't know.
Yes, you did show me the video.
Smoking some meats. Mark Zuckerberg. So kind of old.
Oh man! Didn't you show me like a Papa John's thing too?
Yeah. All right, some classic videos there. What's your favorite Gundam from G-Witch? We also kind of already talked about that. Will there be more PGUs? Possibly. I kind of doubt it though.
PG
Unleashed, like the RX-78 too.
Maybe. Who knows?
When's the USA Gundam Discord coming? We have one.
No, we don't. Well,
I'm not even in it. There is a.
We have
there is a
internal.
Discord.
Well, there's 2 internal Discords. There's one for the storefront.
Yeah.
And there's one for Minecraft, which is then turned into like everything.
Yeah.
So with the Discord, we need moderators, which I'm sure people would volunteer, but I don't know. It's just sure that might one day.
Okay.
I just don't know. There's plenty of Discords out there that people are on. Do you really want to add another one?
Yeah. Don't really know kind of what the advantage.
Yeah, and then it'll just turn into where's my order? Has my order shipped? Tracking's not updating. It'll just turn into a customer service thing and not even be a guarantee. And that's what will happen.
Will you be getting the Yu-Gi-Oh! Zeus model kit?
Yeah, they're up for pre-order.
There you go. Thoughts on the upcoming Gundam series made with the Unreal Engine? That's what we were just talking about.
Yeah, I didn't even see anything about that.
What is it like to start your own business?
Stressful. If I were to put it in one word.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that go into businesses that people don't even, you don't think about. I mean, yeah, there's things that you just never, I would imagine that you would have to deal with when you start a company. One is just, taxes are a pain. Things are always going
legal stuff.
Legal stuff. Yeah. But things never go according to plan. Like when it happens all the time with shipments, you'd be like, oh, it's going to arrive this day. And then a week later it arrives. And you're like, well, you told me that, especially when it comes to like things arriving in port, the bigger you get, the less of an exact date you get. Because now if we're ordering containers worth of stuff, ships might get delayed at the port because now it's not coming from like the Bandai warehouse to us. And then we can see tracking with FedEx. Now it's freight tracking. So the ship gets there, they're supposed to unload, but they didn't have time to unload. So the ship sat outside the port. It got unloaded the next day. Well, it might take 2 or 3 days before even a truck is assigned to it for it to get transported out. So there's a lot that goes into just logistics the more you're ordering. So that's why a lot of times like you're just kind of handicapped, whereas like smaller stores, it ships from a warehouse, you have FedEx tracking, it says it's going to arrive on this date. So
for that bigger stuff,
logistics
is kind of less precise.
Yeah. And then, you're dealing with other companies, so you're hoping those companies are giving you figures. The company we were using for figures was horrible with.
There's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
Stuff to keep track of.
Yeah.
And especially like if you're just starting out, you're probably just by yourself, or you maybe have one other person, and there's a lot of things to keep track of. I can imagine just, from what I've seen.
And then you're learning systems and do you need to upgrade your systems? Do you need to hire somebody? Are the people you're hiring going to be good?
Software. What software you're using, that's expensive as well. Is it the right one? Is it going to do everything that you want it to do, that you need it to do?
Yeah.
Building a website. That's a lot of things, right? So, yeah.
Yeah. It's stressful, but it's fun. Like, I would not want to do anything else ever than what I'm doing.
It's rewarding when stuff works, too. Like, how it intends to when stuff goes right.
Right.
But stuff goes wrong sometimes, too.
Yeah. It goes wrong a lot. It goes right a lot. You think, how many days do we go by where there's not a problem? A lot of times. But you only remember the problems.
Yeah. I don't know, temporarily, right?
Yeah, but it's, I don't know. I don't know if I answered any part of that question, but it's fun. It's enjoyable. And you get to meet cool people like Zach. So.
All right.
Think about it. If I never started this, you would probably not be here. Would you have moved to the U.S. maybe? I don't even know. I'm sure another group probably would have been sponsored by somebody else, and that's somebody else maybe.
Maybe, I think probably we maybe would have still moved to the U.S. because, the main thing was for our kids. So, probably still would have moved, but, where and when would, I'm sure, have been different. Yeah. I'm kind of getting used to living in Florida now. It wouldn't have been like my first choice given like 50 states right away. I like the fact that it's warm all year, So like that's definitely something that I would have been looking for. But like, yeah,
You
if
don't
I
get
had not been
seasons
coming
yeah.
here,
Where
yeah.
would you have wanted to? If you could pick, where would you?
Well, that would have been the thing. Like, we knew that we wanted to come like for the kids. So like, had I not been working with you, what I would have had to done was job hunt for something else. So I mean, it just kind of depends on where I was able to find a job to go to. Like I would have looked, in particular areas, maybe like around like Colorado, New Mexico, kind of that area. I like that.
Nice area.
I like that area, yeah, where it's warm, mountainous though too. I like.
But you also get snow, right? Yeah, you
possibly
get snow
depending on the area.
Where in the state you're at. Florida, you ain't getting snow anywhere.
Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Gunplay Uruguay asked, now that Kotobukiya is re-releasing old Armor Core kits with Armor Core 6 just around the corner, what other old kits would you like to see re-released? From Kotobukiya, Super Robot Wars comes to mind.
Yeah, I mean, I would like all of their Armor Core kits re-released.
Yeah,
it would be cool. And new ones, which
the
would be
option
awesome.
weapons and everything as well. Too.
Yeah, they had a lot of option weapon sets and stuff like that were with Armor Core that they haven't reprinted in ages.
It's kind of like the precursor to like frame arms and 30 minutes missions. Like Armor Core is like kind of like the original kind of
make
your swappable
own
stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the Super Robot stuff would be really cool. No.
As I mentioned before about the their old was it
Mega Musume Star not Star Citizen.
Fantasy Star Online.
Thanks.
There you go. Those kits. I think they did reprint some of them a few years ago, but yeah, not that much. So some of those would be kind of cool. Let's see. Okay. What's that? Something there?
No, I'm just
reading.
Going.
Yeah, Phoenix gets no snow and less humidity and gators. Yeah, I've been to Phoenix and it's just so hot and dry.
You go outside and you turn into a raisin, you just shrivel up.
Well, I mean, like, it's the same thing here, but like it's where, in the summertime, like you put the windows down, like if you're driving in the car and you have the windows down, you'd think you get like a breeze, but it's just hot air. Yeah. It's just terrible. Who's your favorite Witch Mercury character and why is it Choo Choo?
Is Choo Choo the one that punches the other girl? I remember all the memes about that.
Yeah.
Sure, that one, yeah.
I like, even though I've not been watching the series, I like Choo Choo just because she reminds me of like one of the like she would be a member of Biz or Bish, like the anti-idol groups that I like in Japan. I feel like whoever designed that character is a fan, and that's kind of where some of the inspiration for the character came from, I feel. But I don't know. All right. Oh, I gotta load the rest of the comments here.
Oh man.
What was the major thing about Gundam that made you open up shop, let alone name your business after the franchise?
I
mean, naming the business, I would imagine, just came from Gundam being
Gundam being the main thing. Yes, and then what part of it? I mean, I was just always into it, and I needed some money that I could buy hobby stuff without my wife getting mad, and that was the outlet to do. And then it blew up. I did not think we'd be where we're at. I still thought I'd be working at like the bank or something, and
just doing it part time.
Just doing it part time, making a little bit of money so I can buy a master grade every now and then.
Yeah. Best Gundam anime intro song.
I don't know any of the intro songs names.
Yeah, I'm not super into that. I mean, that's the kind of thing like when I would watch like an anime series, I'll watch the intro at the first episode and then every other episode just skip the intro, right?
Yeah, but you got to go through like the halfway point where they change the intros.
Yeah. So anytime, yeah. Anyway, my point is I'll watch the intro once and then not watch it anymore.
Again, yeah.
But yeah, I know there's people that get like really into the intro songs and everything from different anime series.
Seed's in my head now. The Seed intro.
The Seed ones were very catchy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The Turn A one's pretty funny.
I like heard that one. I never watched Turn A.
Yeah. That one's pretty good. There's some good ones, but yeah, not really paying too much attention to it. I couldn't really give you a better answer than that. Do you think it will be a kind of odd wording here. Do you think it will be a restock from IBO, Full Mechanics 100 scale model kits like the Vidar or Gushin Rebake?
Not till next year.
Yeah, so not on any upcoming.
If next year,
restocks,
but not through December. We just got our order forms for October, November, December. That's why I know they weren't on any of June, July, August, September. So they might be on January, February, Marches. We won't know until those come out in like 3 months.
So yeah, hopefully, I don't know. I know there's probably a lot of people waiting for some of those too.
Yeah, they were supposed to remake the Gushin Rebake, not the one that you could turn it to the Rebake or the.
Okay.
I was on the list to be reprinted and I believe confirmed before COVID, and then COVID hit, and then
that was one of the ones that got cut.
A lot of things got cut. Yeah. Because all of a sudden, the factories had to close for a little bit and all sorts of stuff. So,
Diego asks, "What's your favorite Ver.Ka kit?"
Can you guess?
It's not just done.
Yeah.
Like just design wise, I mean, I love the Ver.Ka RX-78. It's such a classic design for me. Kit wise, I mean, the Wing Gundam Zero EW was a really, really nice kit.
Wing Zero EW.
Like the last few, the Zeta, the Double Zeta, were also really great kits. Not some of my favorite designs, but the kits were so good. Yeah. It's not just time. Yeah. What else has there been kind of in recent years? The Faz was really cool.
The Faz was cool because that came out of nowhere, and it wasn't
such an improvement over the old kit. So I do like that. If for no other reason than it was just such a big improvement. It's on a cool design. Favorite kaiju and why? I saw this question on Facebook and I skipped it because I don't know
the name of it, but it's that crab one in Pacific Rim.
Oh,
when it's like the little when she gets a flashback to when she's a little girl. And that's in the second one. No, the first one. It's in the first one. Sorry, first one. Yeah, and it's the crab one. I actually had to look up drawings of it because you don't really get to see it that well. For some reason, I thought it was neat when it was in the. So that was pretty cool.
I'm trying to remember. I'm sure I watched Pacific Rim 2, but I don't remember anything about it.
Pacific Rim 2 had like the monkey one, right? That was.
I have no idea. I'm sure I watched it. I'll have to watch it again.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're all mixed together now, guys.
And they all kind of have nicknames.
They do.
You kind of have to like look into the lore a bit though, because it's not really talked about much like in the movie itself.
What about some non-Pacific Rim kaijus like Godzilla or Mothra or King Ghidorah, King Kong kaiju? He would be a kaiju, right?
Gigan's cool.
Gigan. What's the leaf one that like they use the
leaf
DNA?
One?
They use the DNA from Godzilla to make the plant. What's it called?
Yeah. No.
Oh, it's escaping. It's right at the tip of my tongue.
Yeah.
That was.
It's not Destroyer.
No. It's not. Yeah, I don't know. Someone chat will tell me.
Yeah. Gamera. I actually got just right over there in that stack. It's the Gamera model kit from Artpla. I've been it's like right like when I walk into my office, I see it every day. I'm looking forward to building that Gamera kit. I love the Mystery Science Theater 3000 Gamera movies.
Biolante.
Yeah. You know Mystery Science Theater 3000?
Yeah, that's where the three guys would sit up
Mhm.
front and make jokes of the. I used to watch that all the time.
Yeah, there's lots of episodes on YouTube.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, you should watch
Is that where they put all of them? Because it was sci-fi, and it's not on sci-fi. Like I knew for.
Yeah, I think they're probably like copywritten movies on there that are pretty good. So I like watching those. Let's see. My friend just started getting into Gunpla, and I was wondering what MG would be great for his first MG.
I feel like we get these questions, and it's always if you build one, you kind of can build them all. So really go off of what they like aesthetically. If you're getting it for your friend, though, I mean, get something that maybe you liked, or if you know what they like. That'd be cool.
Sounds like for the question, he just wants to know like what to recommend his friend to get.
Yeah.
I would say, Jagan is a good option.
Yeah.
But really what it comes down to is look for what's available for one. So, like go onto our website or whatever, if you live in a different country or whatever, wherever you typically shop from, look at just what's available first, because you don't want to just like show him all these MGs and then the one that he really wants to get, or the one that you think would be good is just not available because it hasn't been reprinted.
Like the Jesta too.
Look what's available. If there's a design that your friend really likes, check out some reviews. If honestly, any MG is good. I can't think of an MG that I would not recommend to somebody because it was like not a very good kit. I mean, like there's some older ones that I feel like if your friend built it, he would maybe be like not too impressed with just because it's an older one. As long as it's a fairly recent one, like should be fine.
Yeah.
So look what's available, check out some reviews, and then just get whatever your friend thinks looks cool.
Build Mark II. That is a kit that hasn't been remade in a long time. Long time.
Julius wants to know about the Pentaline Technique Book 3. We also often get asked about this.
Julius, I would like to know about that. You should have gotten an email asking if you wanted to get a refund. If you didn't, please send us an email, because we sent everyone that had that on pre-order an email letting them know that the producer of the book keeps just pushing it back, and I don't think it's ever going to get made. So we sent an email to everyone saying, hey, this is where we're at with it. We can give you a full refund, no problem. If you are willing or wanting to wait, you can wait. But you should have gotten an email, so hopefully. But Ide is coming out with his new book, so that should be up for pre-order soon.
Do we still have any of his first book? Those are all sold out.
Flew,
Flying Grizzly Plamo asked if you could have a coffee or beer with anyone, real, fictitious, living, or dead. Who, why, and where?
Man,
I'm watching you closely because I know what you should say, but I don't know if you're going to say it or not.
What I should say? What I should say? Now I wonder what you think I would want.
Being a man of the cloth. Aren't you guys?
A man of the cloth? I don't even know what that means either.
Aren't you supposed to say Jesus?
Oh, yeah, sure. Is that what man of the cloth means? It means
it's like a pastor, yeah.
Is that what that is? Yeah, Jesus would be cool, but Jesus, I don't know if Jesus would drink beer. Hey, he'd drink coffee, maybe. Hey. Yeah, sure.
It's also got caffeine in it, though.
Yeah, but I talk to Jesus every day, so.
Oh, there you go.
Through prayer, guy. I'm not crazy, guys. So.
Coffee or beer with someone.
Man, I mean, you can pick some really messed up people. Or you can pick, like, would you not want to, like, talk to Hitler and be like, dude, why in the world did you do this?
No.
No? Or
not
you'd
really.
be like, Gandhi. That'd be cool, too.
Maybe Marcus Aurelius. I feel like that would make sense.
Maximus Decimus.
No.
Father of a murdered son, husband of a murdered wife. Caesar would be cool. Man, there's so many options, but you gotta I feel like you have to pick somebody that the world changed because of what they did. Not someone because they did something small. What did he do that changed the world?
He was the last good emperor of Rome.
But would that not be
and probably the main reason why Stoicism is as popular as it is today.
Sure.
Mm.
Or
Or
you could talk to like Plato.
Yeah, or I was gonna say, or maybe Seneca, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Oh, there's a lot. I would have to.
How about just living people?
Living people
Maybe
now.
Bill Murray for me, maybe.
Bill Murray, he'd be cool.
Bill Murray would be dope.
Yeah.
Joshua Dara. That'd be
I've
fun.
talked to him.
Yeah, but
not in person. Yeah.
Have a beer
you
or
ever
a coffee
met him
with
in
together.
person?
No,
not
in person. Yeah.
I just think of the old Gumpla Talk people I've met. I firstly met you, Tim. Never met Justin in person.
Simon's abroad, so I haven't met Simon in person either.
Simon. Yeah, Josh. Yep. I'm trying to think of guests
Jim?
you had on.
You met Jim?
I didn't even know you had a Jim on there.
Jim.
Who's Jim?
He was who was doing it originally. It was
this when
Jim's
you were
channel.
in like the apartment? Like I remember the camera view of you being in an apartment, like a window in the background or something at one point. Like early episodes. No, I don't know who Jim is. I didn't watch
Jim and Boo.
Yeah.
And he used to live in Florida.
Did he?
Yeah. Now he's moved to
Texas?
Colombia? South America, where he's from originally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of great options, yes. For sure. I'm not sure any I would have to think about it. I'm sure I could come up with somebody, but as far as any like fictional characters that I would want to talk with, I don't know.
So I was in Charleston, South Carolina, 2 or 3 weekends ago now.
And you ran into Bill Murray?
No, he was nowhere to be seen.
Damn.
I feel lied to now. Or I feel gypped. If everyone's just meeting him in South Carolina, Charleston. Yeah.
Akira Kurosawa, that would also, yeah.
Oh, that would be cool. There's so many people that have done interesting things. And I feel like people that are like way in the past probably didn't do as much as the history books say they did. Or the story is actually different of what actually happened. I guess is probably better wording. Does that make sense?
The guy who made the wheel.
You probably wouldn't speak. And would they be able to talk to you?
And can you imagine how they would react?
All of a sudden,
you a coffee or a beer, either one. They
wouldn't know what
bouncing off the wall.
They probably wouldn't even know what either one of those was.
All right, let's see. Let's try to get maybe 1 or 2 more in here. Any interest in miniature painting, wargaming for either of you? Not really for me.
So there are miniatures I like. I've never done miniatures, so I want to. I want to jump into it. I actually have miniatures that I bought specifically to get into it, and I just haven't done them yet. Etsy has a lot of cool people make the miniatures or 3D print the miniatures, but they're their designs and stuff. We got little Star Trek ship miniatures and stuff, and all sorts of But I just need to do
them. For me, it's basically just because I don't like the subject matter is not as appealing. It's a lot of fantasy type stuff, as we talked about. It's not really my thing.
That's why I want like it.
Yeah, there's a lot of that stuff that I feel like would be right up your alley.
Yeah.
And all right, maybe this would be a good one to wrap up here before we do the giveaway. Well, here's 2 ones here. Zeta or double Zeta, which do you prefer?
Zeta.
See, I want to say double Zeta, but yeah, the Zeta kind of depends on maybe which model kit version. I don't know. Yeah, which kind of take on the design. It's a tough one. Maybe not as easy as I thought it would be for me. Or how about this one? What did you cook on the 4th of July?
Nothing.
Didn't even make a little bowl of cereal in the morning?
Nope.
It's not cooking. But
that's a bad one to end on.
I cooked hamburgers, hot dogs. It's not really cooking, but I assembled some 7-layer dip.
I made smash burgers the day before.
Smash burgers?
Yeah, on the Blackstone, you take the little hamburger, put it in a ball, and you smash it down and get a good crispy crust on it.
Like a steak and shake burger?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, with bacon and then melt the cheese on it. And then I eat them without the buns recently. I'm trying to lose some weight. But put them on a pretzel bun's really good.
Pat said, I hope we can get that little pod from Unicorn. Wasn't that coming out as like a Gundam base exclusive? They were coming out with like a set. It's like two of them, right?
Yeah.
And I think the scale was something different. They're not 101, not 144 scale because they're like tiny.
And usually some of the Gundam base stuff will go on the P-Bandai site. So I would keep an eye on the P-Bandai site because they'll sometimes they do Gundam base stuff on there. So. Or if you can go to the convention, I think Anime Expo that they just had, they had a lot of Gundam base stuff there. I don't know if they set up a Gundam base in there, but they did have some Gundam base, I would say.
Wherever Bandai has their booth. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Let's draw. Here you go. For our winner. First off, let's see. It's one which will be Instagram. Which was, let me go back, make sure I had the right one here because I closed that one. Yeah, this one was 109 comments on this. So let's go 109.
Generate
90. All right.
Oh, geez. You go 19, right? Go to the end, you go 19.
Yeah. Should I just count up to 19 rather than counting down? Because
would 19 fall on 109?
I always kind of feel like when I'm counting backwards, especially like on a live stream, I always feel like I'm miscounting.
Oh, I can do it for you. So that'd be 109.
Yeah, 109 to 90.
108, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
100,
0, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
3, 2,
1. And the next one, right?
Oh, right. Not 91. Sorry. Oops.
There you go.
What's your first Gundam build that got you into the hobby? Kenji asked. Congratulations, Kenji, first of all.
Congrats. Send us an email to support@usagundamstore.com with you logged into your Instagram account and what address you want us shipping that to. We do need the screenshot of you logged in just so you can prove that this was you.
Favorite first Gundam build that got you into
I had a wing, I think it was like level 3 or something like that. Level 2 kit. The levels.
Yeah. Classic.
Yeah. Something like that. I got from Toys R Us. That was the first kit that I got. And then I got like 1 or 2 others, and then no one had them anymore. And then Seed came out, not back out. Seed came out, and I went to a hobby town, and they had a 1/100 red frame, no grade.
That was probably the one for you, right?
Yeah, that got me back into it. Yeah.
Yeah, my first couple I was like the HG 100 scale Shenlong, the 100 scale God Gundam, the HGUC GPO 1 and GPO 3. Both of those were kind of some of my very first ones, and the Esculapias G-Unit HG kit.
Nice.
I ordered on eBay. It would have been ordered a Gundam X with the G Falcon with like the big thing on it, the old just 1/100 scale non-grade kit, and sent the money order, and it never came. Got scammed.
That sucks.
Yep.
Careful who you send stuff to, guys.
Yeah. And another Gundam X kit that I got, I didn't know at the time was a bootleg. And in later years, I like went back and I was looking at my old kits from like back in the day, which I still have at my parents' house. I realized that it was a bootleg kit, which makes sense now because I remember that kit being very janky.
Yeah.
And now I know why it was
Isn't
so janky.
funny?
At the
Like,
time.
yeah, like you go back and you look at like the first kit, like you start exploring and looking for stuff, and then you're like, oh, what is resin? And then you buy one, and you're like, oh crap.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for that. What is that?
That didn't happen to me
with
resin, but it did with this bootleg in this case. I didn't know that it was. I had no idea.
Bootleg Sinanju, Master H Sinanju. And I remember the plastic being all like weird and stuff. And I was like, what? I mean, it did cost $20, but I thought it was a good deal.
Got what you paid for. Yep. But anyway, guys. So yeah, lesson there is be careful what you're buying. Yeah. That's it for today. Anything else? We've got a bunch of stuff hopefully coming in.
Yeah,
so
hopefully.
Just look out for that.
But thank you guys so much for all your support, your patience. We appreciate everything that you guys do for us. Your orders and everything like that. Because without you guys, we wouldn't be here doing what we love to do. So.
Yeah, definitely. If you haven't checked out the new website, check that out. And like we said, make sure you let us know if you have suggestions or if you find anything that's not working properly or anything you would like to have on there, things you don't like about it.
Yeah, definitely. All info, feedback is
let
good
us know
feedback.
for that.
Yes.
Even if you're not in the US and typically don't use the website.
Still, yeah.
If you have a few minutes to spare, check it out and share your thoughts. But thank you guys all so much. And yeah, check out Terry's shirts.
Gundam Anthem. Yep.
So big thank you to Terry for those. And thank you all you guys. Go ahead.
Bye.
Bye-bye.